If I die today, it won't be another day. When I turn 80, it won't be lately, 'cause if I die, I find money. It won't be a piece of pie, it won't be plenty. And now I'm so glad to be alive. I could have fought the wars of damnation, instead I lived a life of salvation. It won't go crazy if God wants me to be wisdom in my life is planned. And now I'm so glad I am alive. I'm so glad I am alive. So glad that I don't have depression. Think about the love that forms our nation. I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm so glad I am alive. Could have died today. I could have died and be laid in the coffin when everybody saw me, 'cause God loves me in my life, even if I get stabbed with a knife. 'Cause I could have died today. I live but nay. I could have lived somewhere where I wouldn't be okay. So glad when I get out of bed, I don't shed the blood of red. My heart could have stopped in the blink of an eye. I'm so glad I am alive. So glad I didn't die today. I'm so glad that I woke up again, and that will be the day. It won't be Monday. Now I'm so glad I'm alive. I'm so glad when I get out of bed, I don't shed the blood of red. My heart could have stopped in the blink of an eye. So glad I am alive. I'm so glad when I get out of bed, I don't shed the blood of red. My heart could have stopped in the blink of an eye. I'm so glad I am alive. I'm so glad I didn't die today. I'm so glad that I woke up again. That will be the day, it won't be me. And now I'm so glad I'm alive. Don't mess me up on the weekend. If I die today, it won't be another day. When I turn 80, it won't be lately, 'cause if I die, I find plenty. It won't be a piece of pie, it won't be plenty. And now I'm so glad to be alive. I could have fought the wars of damnation, instead I lived a life of salvation. It won't go crazy if God wants me to be wisdom in my life is planned. And now I'm so glad I am alive. I'm so glad I am alive. So glad that I don't have depression. Think about the love that forms our nation. So glad, I'm so glad, I'm so glad I am alive. Could have died today. I could have died and be laid in the coffin when everybody saw me, 'cause God loves me in my life, even if I get stabbed with a knife. 'Cause I could have died today. I live but nay. I could have lived somewhere where I wouldn't be okay. So glad when I get out of bed, I don't shed the blood of red. My heart could have stopped in the blink of an eye. I'm so glad I am alive. So glad I didn't die today. I'm so glad that I woke up again, and that will be the day. It won't be Monday. Now I'm so glad I am alive. I'm so glad when I get out of bed, I don't shed the blood of red. My heart could have stopped in the blink of an eye. I'm so glad I am alive. 'cause God loves me in my life. Even if I get stabbed with a knife, 'cause I could have died today. I live for day. I could have lived somewhere where I wouldn't be okay. So glad when I get out of bed, I don't shed the blood of red. My heart cut is soft in the blink of an eye. I'm so glad I am alive. So glad I didn't die today. I'm so glad that I woke up again. And that will be the day. It won't be many days. Now I'm so glad I'm alive. I'm so glad when I get out of bed, I don't shed the blood of red. My heart cut is soft in the blink of an eye. I'm so glad I'm alive. I'm so glad when I get out of bed, I don't shed the blood of red. My heart cut is soft in the blink of an eye. I'm so glad I am alive.
invincible.
to me. When I ride it up street, the feeling is so deep when people are stealing. Windows are chased by the police all night long. When we go out to see, and all we see is that it's raining in our city, in our city, in our city, our city, in our city. The buildings are so tall and steepy, so lovely. Your feeling is so imaginary, and I cannot see the beauty of the trees. So while we can't see everything, one of these days I'll be sleeping, and the next thing you know, in our city, 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 in our city. When we go out to see everything, when we go out to meet, with the light up street, the feeling is so easy. When people are stealing, and feelings are chased by the police all night long. And all we see that it's raining. Our city, in our city, our city, in our city. The buildings are so tall and steepy. It's so lovely, the feeling is imaginary, and I cannot see the beauty of the trees. So why can't we see everything? One of these days I'll be sleeping, and the next thing you know, in our city, I miss our old city, 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 city.
stop to hold their hands heavy. Hide and seek, trains and sewing machines. All the
not. Anyway, 87 mil in the grand exchange. That is incredible. We do have to deduct the price of the torture, so it's about 70 mil after all said and done. But this is incredible, guys. We literally completed the collection log. We have almost 2 full halberds as well, and it's just incredible. Man, this is what I needed. I really did need this. I mean, it's just so awesome, man. Thank you guys for watching. You know what I mean? Hit that thumbs up button. Now, I don't care if you do or not, but that is just... What is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new loot video for you all today. So today I bring you guys loot from 1000 Araxor, and for those who don't know, Araxor was released into Old School RuneScape about 2 weeks ago. Now, the difference between this boss and every other traditional boss in this game is similar to Alchemical Hydra and Kraken. You do have to be assigned a Slayer task in order to be able to kill this boss, so that made me think, okay, I'm gonna need some Slayer points for this video. A guy like me who procrastinates more than probably anyone I've ever known logged in the day of release of Araxor to find out that I had 0 Slayer points. So for the next 2 minutes, you guys can enjoy my 30 hours of point boosting. I think I got close to 4,000 Slayer points. The occult necklace here on the ground was like the highlight of this journey. Other than that, I just was doing some pretty lame Konar tasks. I got neck reels and the Ioworth dungeon, as well as Dark Beast. I actually managed to get a Goblin Champion scroll as well while doing the easier tasks. And basically, yeah, I was doing Slayer for the first time in a very long time on my main account. I've just been doing it on my Iron Man, so it was really cool to get back to my roots here and get my Slayer XP a little bit up there, as well as get all these points stacked for this video. But yeah, I do apologize. I know I'm pretty late to the upload here compared to most other people who have gotten this video out there, but I just, you know, what can I say? Poor planning on my part, but I promise you guys, the loot from this video is definitely gonna make up for the wait. So with that being said, we are getting closer and closer to 2,000 tasks completed, and that is when I'll stop point boosting. I started with 1,800 tasks completed, so the fact that we're gonna be able to get 200 more done means that we're gonna have a lot of points stacked up so that we can hopefully get 1,000 Araxors assigned and killed. I am gonna be using Duradel. Apparently they assign the task the most often, and I'm also gonna be extending the task as well once we get the Slayer points that we need. So hopefully we'll be assigned a lot of them in one go, and this combined with the fact that we're going to be using Bracelets of Slaughter for this whole video means that we're going to try to maximize every single task to the most we can. Point boosting was a lot of fun though. I just wish it didn't take so long, but yeah, I mean, I did a little bit of bossing. We did some Vardorvis, Alchemical Hydra, a lot of point boosting, as well as finishing up with a Rune Dragon task with a nice 1,000 point bonus. Also burned some chewed bones, opened up a master clue, but nothing crazy. Like 21 brimstone keys from the boosting from this video, and overall I think I made like 10 mil profit just in all of the drops that I got from all of this point boosting. So that's a little bit of extra, you know, a little bit of extra on top of the money that we're already going to be making from this boss. So let's go ahead and just sell all of this loot that we got from point boosting, see what we end up with, and it looks like it yeah, just about 10 million GP. All right, so before we begin this grind, I just want to let you all know that this video is sponsored by Boot.dev. Boot.dev is a website where, just like in RuneScape, you earn XP, levels, achievements, and you can even complete quests to get a top spot on the global leaderboard. All while learning how to code, because the smartest way to learn how to code is to make sure that you're never bored. Boot.dev is online, self-paced, and feels like a captivating RPG game. Learn back-end web development from start to finish in the Python and Go programming languages through hands-on lessons that balance theory with practice, as well as an active Discord community. You are going to be prepared to tackle technical interviews and forge a successful programming career. In 2023, the median salary for backend developers in the US was over $100,000 a year, and Boot.dev offers a free demo of every course and its interactive features, as well as a 30-day no questions asked refund policy. So learn how to code today by simply clicking the link in the description box below and use my code MrNoSleep to get 25% off your first month or even your entire first year if you choose the annual plan. Thank you guys, and a huge thank you to Boot.dev for sponsoring today's video. All right, here we are at Curadel. Interesting. Let's go ahead and go to the rewards section, and we're going to go to extend, and now we're going to go all the way down to, where is it? There it is. More eyes than sense. Whenever you get an Araxite task, it will be bigger. All right, there we go. So we are now starting with, okay, 12 black dragons. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the black dragon tasks, but other than that, I'm going to skip everything else. The black dragon tasks take less than 3 minutes, so it shouldn't be a big problem. But yeah, we're starting with 3,700 Slayer points, and it looks like it took just about 900 points to get our first task. That's pretty rough, but yeah, at least we got it. So now it's time to kill Araxor. Only took about 4 minutes to get there. All right, guys, this is the setup. We are rocking the new amulet as well as the Inquisitor mace, Inquisitor plate body, and plate legs. We also have the Noxious halberd for the spiders and the Elder Maul for the special attack. Other than that, we are going to just go ahead and run in and see how this goes. We're going to go through this web tunnel here. We have a Book of the Dead. We're going to be summoning thralls. I'll start every kill with 2 Elder Maul special attacks, and then after that I'm simply just going to go into the Inquisitor's mace. And yeah, I mean, my first kill here, this is the very first kill, so obviously it's a little choppy. I did watch Theoatrix's guide and it taught me what I needed to know. There's like 2 different ways you can do this. You can do this the way I do it, which is laid back, or you can do it the very efficient and effective route, which is you try to make as little mistakes as possible. Obviously you're probably cringing seeing how horrible this first kill was, but keep in mind this is the very first kill. I've killed this boss 1,100 times now. I have more than mastered it. I actually love this boss. I think it's easier than Cerberus. I mean, it's easier than most Slayer bosses that require 90 plus Slayer, especially with this gear setup. So it's really awesome to be trying Inquisitor for the first time. As you guys can see, this fight's a little bit different, or at least the looting's different. You can harvest the spider after you kill it, and that's when you get your loot. So we got our first collection log, the Araxite Venom Sac. 2 kills in so far. Took most of my food, but I promise you I will be getting much better throughout the course of this video. But here we have the 3rd kill. Let's see what we get here. New personal best as well, and a new collection log slot. This is the Noxious Point, 1 in 200. On my 3rd kill, I get it. This is actually one of the 3 pieces needed to make the Noxious halberd. Currently, the halberd is about 27 mil, so, you know, in other words, that's about a 9 mil drop. We just have to, again, get the next 2 pieces so we can complete it. But I'll take that. That's a drop pretty early on, so, yeah, good luck so far. And here we have an Elite Clue Scroll. This is actually 1 in 50 from Araxor, so we're going to be juggling all of the Elite Clues at Castle Wars. And there's another collection log, Spider Cave Teleport. These teleports are how I get to Araxor. During this video, they were about 35k each. As of today, the 12th of September, they are 50k each. And it's understandable why. A lot of people are camping this boss right now. I think rank 1 currently has over 5,000 kills. And in a lot of different worlds, while I was killing this boss, I noticed a lot of alts outside of the boss room, and these alts were specifically helping out the players who were killing Araxor by rejuvenating their special attack and rejuvenating their health, as well as making it so that they have to bank less. You know, you bring an account here with food to trade your main outside of the cave. It saves a lot of time. So keep in mind there's a lot of competition here as it goes for, you know, who's going to complete the collection log first, who's going to get the rank 1, who's going to kill the boss the most. So when you're dealing with that kind of competition, yeah, you're going to see a lot of players here, and I'm really excited to see that. You know, this boss seems to be very popular so far. Definitely one of my new favorite bosses, but here we are, over 50 kills into the video so far. For our 2nd drop, the Noxious Pommel. This is the 2nd piece of the halberd that we need, and we're only 89 kills in. If I do get the 3rd piece, I'm going to make that halberd and sell it right away because it's only going to go down, I think it's at like 24 mil as of today, but during the course of this video, it was around 26 to 28 mil, so that's not too bad. More and more elite clues. I can't wait to open up all of them at the end of the video. There's one elite clue step that I can't do, and so anytime we encounter that, I'll just make it into a master, so we should have some masters and elites to open. But there's 100 kills overall, 900 kills left to go. Well, there's 173 million strength XP. The strength XP per hour here is like 150 to 200k, so we're gonna get a ton of strength XP in this video. I really didn't mention the rare drops that much, but there is a pet here. It's called NID, N-I-D, and it's 1 in 3,000, but if you decide to destroy the loot at the end instead of harvesting it, you do get a chance of the pet of 1 in 1,500. Now, I need all this GP, right? So I'm not going to be destroying my loot to hope to get the pet faster. We're just going to go for that pet traditionally, 1 in 3,000. It might happen. Got a 33% chance or so. Kill count 226. What are we going to get here? The Noxious Blade, ladies and gentlemen. That is the third piece for the halberd. So now we have created the halberd, or at least we have the potential to, and it only took 226 kills. Should have taken 600, so that's incredible. Let's go ahead and do this. We're going to get the pommel, the point, and the blade, and we're simply just going to use it on each other. Combine all three pieces to create this halberd, and yeah, I mean, I did buy the halberd for this video, but now it's pretty cool that I earned it on my own. Feel like an Iron Man, but we're going to go ahead and throw this in the Grand Exchange, unlike an Iron Man. Put it in there for about 27.5 mil, and after the convenience fee of 1%, yeah, we should walk away with just about 27.25. So we'll put that into platinum tokens, and we'll put that into the loot tab as well, so we can track all of the money that we make from rares versus normal loot. All right, another kill coming up here, and this is actually one of the rarest drops that you can get from Araxor, the Redwood Tree Seed, 1 in 7,000. All right, well, this was not the best example of using the Bracelet of Slaughter, considering that we were assigned 265 Araxor and I only killed 267. It means I think I only killed 2 extra. So yeah, I'm gonna work on using the Slaughter much better, in the next task. But overall, I wanted to save you guys the hassle of seeing me skip through a million tasks. So I did get assigned another 222 Araxor, and it only took this time about 500 Slayer points. So that's not too bad. Yeah, I did die a few times, but shout out to those alts outside the cave, always resting whenever I show up, pretty cool guys there, man. Shout out to them. But either way, yeah, it's about 300k every death, so not too big of a deal. So after killing this boss over 1,100 times so far, I do want to say that a Blood Fury I think is absolutely necessary here. It is definitely worth the money. You're gonna make back that money anyway, and it really does extend the trip. So I would any day invest in a Blood Fury for this. As a matter of fact, 300 kills into the video now, and my Blood Fury has just run out. So it looks like it lasted me 303 kills. Now we're going to spend another 15 mil to essentially recharge it to full again, and that means that we're going to spend about 45 mil throughout this video just on the Blood Shard for the completion of 1,000 kills. So yeah, I guess it is a lot of money when you look at it that way, but it's up to you. I mean, if you want to extend your trips here, have a much more laid back experience, then I would say use a Blood Fury. All right, there's 174 million strength XP. That is awesome, and we are also 33.2 million Slayer, so that's getting up there as well. But here's our first Araxite head. This is a 1 in 250 drop, and it can be combined with your Slayer helmet to create an Araxite Slayer helmet. I personally love the KBD Slayer helmet, so I'm probably just going to stack up those heads in the bank. But here we have another kill coming in yet again, KC 348, and I receive our first piece of a halberd. There's the Noxious Pommel. Now we just need 2 more and we'll complete our second full halberd. Not too bad at all. We're still missing the pet drop. We're still missing the amulet drop. That new amulet drop is called the Araxite Fang, and it is 1 in 600 to receive it from Araxor. Well, this is my new fastest kill here, and we were rewarded with the Coagulated Venom. 1 minute and 11 seconds is my new personal best, and this is a guaranteed drop if you're able to kill Araxor in 1 minute and 15 seconds within that time. And what does this do? Well, if you're lucky enough to get the pet, you can use it on the pet and it will give a little bit of a transformation to the pet. So yeah, it's a pretty cool item to receive, and you just have to kill the boss very fast. All right, another kill coming in. This is number 420, or 421 I should say. And what do we receive here? A Jar of Venom, another rare drop, guys. This is 1 in 1,500. It is untradeable, and it can be used on my boss lair display and my POH, the achievement gallery. So all right, I'll take it. And the normal drops aren't bad either. There's some double dragon plate legs. I will happily take them. The price of those teleports are through the roof as well. But here's another rare drop, 432. We get 2 out of 3 of the second halberd. This is the Noxious Blade. So yeah, I just need 1 more and we'll be able to complete our second halberd. Really amazing to see that. There we have our second Araxite head. That's pretty cool. I'll just start a collection of them in the bank. But other than that, the elite clues are also adding up very generously. generously. 1 in 50 is such an incredible drop rate here. I think I average about 30 kills an hour on a pretty good hour. So yeah, it's like an elite clue every hour or two, or like an hour and a half or so. But either way, with all that being said, guys, 500 kills into the video so far. We are halfway through. We've managed to get a lot of rare drops. So far, we only need, at this point, the pet, which, you know, it's astronomical. But then after that, we just need the amulet, and then we'll have the whole collection log completed. So we just need 2 more drops, and they happen to be the 2 most useful, most incredible drops here. So hopefully we get it, but doesn't look like our luck has happened just yet. We just finished our second task. I did manage to kill 304 out of 222 that time, so the Bracelet of Slaughter came in handy for sure. But now we're going to go ahead and skip a bunch of tasks in order to get the next Araxor assigned. Every time I get a Jad task, it's like a free skip as well, so that's nice. But yeah, my next one was 235 Araxites, and I think this one took, I don't know, like 300 to 400 Slayer points, so that's not too bad. Back to the boss. All right, there we have 195 mil HP. That is crazy that we're going to be 200 mil hit points XP in like the next month or so. My second 200 mil. And there we have 600 kills in. Another good drop here, the Prayer Potion 4 and the Wild Pies definitely help extend the trip. But yeah, now it's time to recharge the Blood Fury. You guys know how that goes. 300 kills and we got to recharge it. So another 15 mil was spent. I'm not really spending money on teleports per se, because anytime I get them as a drop, I'm just using them to get back here to this location. All right, feeling so much more comfortable at this boss now. 661 kills in. And ladies and gentlemen, we got the pet. Was not expecting that, baby. 4,000 Venenatus kills, no spider. Almost 2k Seracnus, no spider. 2k Spindle, no spider. But 661 Araxor, we get the spider. We can also use our coagulated venom on him to create him into Rax, you know? So we get 2 spiders for the price of 1. And yeah, we have Nid and Rax now. I mean, this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. It's finally amazing to see a spider pet on my account. The ever elusive spider pet. All those thousands of kills, and here it is today. And what is this now? The Araxite Fang. What is that? 6 kills later. So now we have officially completed the collection log at 667 KC. Wow, let's go ahead and use that Araxite Fang on the pre-purchased Amulet of Torture to create the Amulet of... Where is it? This animation takes 5 years, but we're gonna get there eventually. The Rancor Amulet. I hope that's how you pronounce it. If not, anyway, 87 mil in the Grand Exchange. That is incredible. We do have to deduct the price of the torture, so it's about 70 mil after all said and done. But this is incredible, guys. We literally completed the collection log. We have almost 2 full halberds as well, and it's just incredible. Man, this is what I needed. I really did need this. I mean, it's just so awesome, man. Thank you guys for watching. You know what I mean? Hit that thumbs up button. Now, I don't care if you do or not, but that is just so exciting to see this pet. 700 kills in now. 750 is what I meant to say. But yeah, as it goes for the normal drops too, they're awesome. I mean, these are continuing to stack up. The Araxite head, we got another one of those. Always amazing to see that 1700 Slayer XP drop after every single kill. I mean, how awesome is that? But now we're at 800 kills. Only 200 left to go, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're going to be needing 1 more task to be assigned in order to complete this grind, but we have more than enough Slayer points to make that happen. Hopefully we don't have to use all 2,000. But yeah, the loot here is really cool. It's very unique. I don't think it's OP at all as it goes for the normal drops. It's just pretty nice and balanced. So who doesn't like that? But either way, we did finish another task, and now it's time to get our last one assigned. And there it is. It took about 900 Slayer points, but there's our last task assigned. And with this slaughter, we're actually going to